All right, so let's do this. It's my second live stream of Red Dead Redemption 2 on Google Stadia. Let's see how well it works. Testing mic 212 212 212 212. Clearing throat. This is a mic testing 212 212. Is it working? Thank you, Ashes. Thank you. Thank you, Ashes. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. How you doing? Oh, don't tell me someone's calling me right now. Oh my God. Why people bother me so much, man. Always someone has a question. I have a question. I have a question. I have a question too. To survive. So what's happening, guys? What questions do you have for me? Oh, you are playing a Tomb Raider. Nice, man. Tomb Raider. I'm really surprised how good Definitive Edition looks on it. Definitive Edition really looks great, especially at 60 FPS, and it looks like you can use enhanced graphics. As I think you can use enhanced graphics. The last time I checked, yeah, on the Tomb Raider, you can use enhanced graphics for sure. Obviously, I cannot play it now because YouTube doesn't like misinformation. Like, you can't show something different than what the title is saying. You know, you have to show exactly what the title is saying. But I would show it to you. Believe me, I would. YouTube has changed. YouTube has so many different rules right now, both good and bad. I'll make a video about that, and I'll talk about YouTube and some other things. And this mystery that some people who think that I was buying subscribers were blaming me, that will be explained as well. You know, I'll just make it short. For those of you who are buying into this whole buying subscribers crap, let me explain a couple of things. First and foremost, YouTube has already told me what the issue is. Google has already notified me what the problem is. The problem is some people who were subscribed to me 3 years ago, 4 years ago, they closed their channel, but it was the algorithm was still reading it as a subscribers, okay, but they were never active. So there was maybe 2,000 subscribers that I had who closed their accounts. Could be from UK, India, Europe, you name it, right? They closed down their account, they opened a new account, and that account was counted by the algorithm that they're still subscribed. So they're working on that. They're fixing that issue. They're working on that issue. They're fixing that issue. So there's your mystery. Mystery solved. Mr. 4K's not buying subscribers. It was Google's fault. Okay? So don't blame me. Once again, I win. And all you haters out there lose. Lose. I know, man. My internet's just crazy. It's one, you know, even I say to myself, man, 1 gigabit up, 1 gigabit down, no data cap. Do I really need it? But you know what, man? I really need it. Because there's no way, I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way that I would be able to put up so many YouTube videos. There's no way I would be able to do these live streams, do like 10-hour, 11-hour 4K live streams or 1440p live streams. There'd be no way in hell I'd be able to do that, you know, if I didn't have this type of internet speed. You know, people ask me about Google Stadia. Look, it works. Here's the thing. Google Stadia works, but they gotta really do something about the games. They really gotta put more games on the Pro subscription. It's embarrassing. They're only 4 games. I mean, they got to do more. They need to cut the prices down. They got to do more. And it's really a shame for a big company like Google that they're not able to achieve that. That they're not able to sit down and have a conversation with some of these developers and say, hey, is there anything we can do about some of these prices? Can we cut it down? Can we shave these prices down? Can we put it part of our subscription? I think it can be done, but I feel like they're not doing it. If I was the CEO of Google, I could easily. If I was the CEO of Google, I swear on my father's grave, I swear on my father's grave, you guys would have 100 games part of the subscription. And subscription would be $7 a month, 4K in HDR. You guys would have hundreds of games available. I swear on my father's grave. But that's me. Others are not like that. Others, they don't care. They don't want to put too much effort to bring you something cool, something great. I would bring you something worthwhile and something great. Look at Phil Spencer. It's a great example. Phil Spencer. Look what he's bringing. Right? So it really depends on the individual that's running the show. You know, it's like anything else in this world. Who is the president? Who is the CEO? Who is in the Congress? Who is this? Who is a chairman of the Commerce? Who is, you know, it depends on the individual that's running the show. If the individual who's running the show sucks at it, guess what? We're going to receive that at our end, because the person who's running the show is not taking care of business. You know. How you doing, Hochine? How you doing? Kevin Henderson. I got to read some of these comments. Hold on a second, man. Ashes to Ashes says, yeah, it's like any other brand, new platform. There's going to be less games first. Well, that's true too. And you know what? Ashes to Ashes, this is why I'm giving Stadia till April. You know, and I spoke to some other YouTubers out there who are promoting Stadia, and we had a conversation. Like, it wasn't a public conversation. It was a, you know, one of those exchanges, Twitter exchanges, conversation privately, where I said, I want to be fair. You know, I want to give Stadia 5 months. I think giving it 5 months is fair, till April. I think by April 20th or April 23rd, I'll give it till April 23rd. I think they should be able to switch things around, to put more games, to shave some of these prices. I think they should be able to do that. And I want to give it till April 23rd. I think that's me being fair. Let's see what else. Kevin Henderson, this is a dream come true for me, because I'm a dad and that's on a low income. No, this is great, as you're going to see. I mean, starting a Red Dead Redemption, it's just really as simple as that. You just click play and you're good to go. But that's great. So you don't have to build a high-end PC like I did. You don't have to spend $2,000 on a high-end PC, you know, because building a PC can be expensive, depending on what type of PC you want to build. But it can be super expensive. There's no question about that. You know. Hold on. Oh, I don't have any sound. What's going on? Hold on. I don't have any sound. Oh, that's just great. I want to fix this. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to find out what's going on. I'm going to find out what's going on. Here we go. It should work now. Oh! There it is. There it is. You guys can hear it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's jump into, this is a PC version, by the way. I mean, Stadia modified PC version. And there's something very unique and cool here that you can do that I forgot to show you. Taking photos and examining the graphics. I want to show you something. I'm going to show you something here that Digital Foundry forgot to do. All right, Digital Foundry, I want to show you something. Hello. Digital Foundry, this is what you should have done. Mark Joseph, I need help calibrating this TV. What type of TV do you have, brother? I want to show you something that Digital Foundry should have done. Instead of using a magnifying glass, let me show you my magnifying glass here. This is my magnifying glass. Here. This is my magnifying glass. All right, Google Stadia. Why didn't you do this, Google Stadia? Why didn't you examine it like this? Why didn't you do it like this, Google Stadia? Instead, you had to go in, you have to say it's blurry, you can't see nothing, everything's blurry, you can't see this, you can't see that. So let's be fair, Digital Foundry. Let's be fair. Why do we have to BS? Why? Why can't we be fair? This is the high settings right here, man. Okay, this is not some low-end settings. They are using pretty high-end machines out there. Okay, no one should be denying that. Now, if Digital Foundry, Richard, if you are running a bunch of stuff at the same time in your offices in the United Kingdom, and everybody's doing everything at the same time, and you guys are connected to one network, then yes, you might see some slowdown. You might see a bitrate slowing down because you're using a lot of bandwidth. But if you dedicate a review and you don't use all that bandwidth at the same time, and you are doing a test properly, maybe you will see that the game doesn't look that blurry. Hold on, let me see what kind of TV do you have, Mark Joseph. Hold on. Just give me 1 second, guys. He's got some, I got to help Mark here a little bit. You got 60-inch LG UK 609 OPUA. Ooh. My goodness, that TV, I used to have that TV, brother. We used to call it 7700. UHG 7700. Here's the Mark. Here's the problem with that TV. It's IPS. It's in plane switching IPS panel. But the problem is the dimming, the local dimming on that TV is just not that good, you know. And there's so much light bleed on that IPS panel. And I know exactly what TV you're talking about. Here's the thing, you're not gonna have like picture quality where you can say, wow, the HDR is not gonna wow you on that TV, brother. Whenever you can, I would get a new TV. But what I would recommend for you is to keep sharpness at 20. Keep your sharpness level at 20. Turn off all these filters. You know those filters, digital noise reduction, all that crap. Turn those filters off. So first start with the sharpness. Keep the sharpness at 20. Sharpness level meaning exceeding to 20%. Turn off all the filters. Digital noise reduction. Yes, you can even turn off the dynamic contrast. Turn off that dynamic contrast. It's not going to help anything. That dynamic contrast is going to overblow your white digital level. So turn that sucker off too. Keep the color at 50. Don't go 55. Don't go 60. Keep the color at 50. Okay? The next thing you want to do as far as your brightness, keep your brightness at 50 and your backlit all the way to 100. So brightness at 50, your backlit at 100, and your contrast at 100 as well. So when it comes to the color output, just select the color output to automatic. And when it comes to color temperature, keep the color temperature in the middle. Don't go too warm, don't go too cold. You want to avoid too cold, meaning blue temperature. You want to avoid too warm, which means too yellow. So you want to keep it on a balanced normal level. If it doesn't have a normal standard level, then just go with a 0. The C stands for cold. The W stands for warm. So you want to be in between the C and the W. Okay, so you want to keep the color temperature at a balanced level. If I was there, I could do this in a heartbeat for you, man. I could easily fix and adjust your TV like in a heartbeat. But the thing is, I'm not there, but I know exactly what TV you're talking about. I used to have that TV, and I exchanged that TV for Edgelit Samsung KS8000 back in 2016. I actually have a video. It's still out there on that TV. Dynamic tone mapping, you know what? Keep it on. Dynamic tone mapping is going to brighten up the picture, the HDR, because you're going to be using HDR and you need to brighten up that peak brightness. Use dynamic tone mapping. But that's why I told you to turn off dynamic contrast. This is why you want to turn off that dynamic contrast. Because if you put dynamic tone mapping with dynamic contrast, guess what you're doing? You're overblowing your white digital levels. And you don't want to do that. You want to have a natural white digital levels. Like this shirt, for example. If I overblow it, you won't be able to read Century 21 here. So it's the same thing. You want to keep that nice balance. So turn the dynamic tone map, turn it on, dynamic tone mapping on. It's going to brighten up the picture for the HDR, but turn off dynamic contrast. Turn dynamic contrast off. All right, so guys, sorry about that. Let me see, what questions did I miss? Hold on. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, guys. Kevin Henderson, this is a dream come true. Can you please? Okay, I got that. I'll need to give it longer than 5 months. Well, we'll see. We'll see, Kevin. I might give it longer, depending. I might give it even, maybe they'll surprise me by March. Maybe in March, Google Stadia will surprise me and they'll say, look, we got 40 games, we got 50 games. And I'm going to say, okay, you got 50 games. You don't need to buy a device to sign up. You just need to register with your Google account. Cool. So I want to be fair. I want to be fair. Let me see. Kevin Henderson says, I mean, having more games on the Pro would be good, but free games and you're paying for the hardware as well. xCloud will cost also, especially if they put new hardware in the xCloud. True. That's true. It's a good statement. And this is why, Kevin, I want to give them time. I want to give this service a time. I was just disappointed a little bit that they couldn't put their exclusive game, Guilt. The Guilt. And I'm like, Phil Harrison, this is your exclusive games and you can't put it in. I mean, come on. That game needs to be... Look, the reason I made that video, it's for Google to see the video so they can kind of... It's like Henry Cavill said. There was an interview. It's a good example. I'm sorry, guys. There was an interview with Henry Cavill, famous British actor, Monte Cristo, Tudors, Superman, Man of Steel, Mission Impossible, and now The Witcher. And he said on his interview, he said, as a fan, you have every right to complain and criticize. That's your right as a fan. And what I'm doing as a fan of Google Stadia, I'm criticizing them because I want them to be successful. Like a drill sergeant, when a drill sergeant tells you, get up your ass, you fat slob, start work, give me about 100, give me the push-ups, go out there, start running. I want them to be successful. And I know the only way they can be successful is by taking some criticism so they can learn from the criticism so they can improve the service. And I think that's what that whole video is about. Let's see what else. Sorry, guys. I'm missing out on some of these not tweets, the comments. Sorry about that. Did I hear about State of Play? No, Elite. I did not hear about State of Play. Should I get Stadia? I have 45 download up. No, hold on. You got 45 download and 9 upload. Swift, yeah. You can, like what I'm doing right now with a 45, you can easily do 1080p. HDR and 4K, you can still do it, but expect to see some minor problems here and there. Some minor issues here and there. But with that, you can get it. you can play with that, because I did it with 29 and 17 megabits per second. With that, you can easily do 1080p 60. You should be able to do 4K and HDR, but just remember 4K and HDR, I would recommend that you don't use Wi-Fi. I would recommend that you use Ethernet cable to be connected to your Chromecast Ultra back to your router. I'm doing, London, doing good. How you doing, man? Thank you, Jamie Shepard. Appreciate it, man. All right, so this is what Google Stadia should have done. You know, they should have done this when they were reviewing Red Dead Redemption 2. This is a PC version of Red Dead Redemption 2, okay? I want people to understand. This is a PC version that's modified by Google to server. Modified by Google. Some stuff you can do. Obviously, you can adjust the settings, like the dynamic resolution, this and that. Like, there's some stuff you can do because it's modified specifically for the data center that's run by Navi GPU and AMD CPU. All right, and as you can see, it looks very sharp. This is a high settings. They're using a high settings here. The textures are really good here, as you can see, no issues. So that's why I was criticizing. That's why I was criticizing Digital Foundry, because I felt Digital Foundry should redo another video. They should do another video with a much better internet speed, so they can do a proper comparison. So Richard, I love you, man. I love you guys at Digital Foundry, but if you guys are watching this by some chance, just do another video. Give it a try, you know, because I think you missed out on some stuff here. And when you were reviewing, when you guys were reviewing this game, it was on the launch day, on November 19th. And November 19th, of course, everybody wants to jump in on the servers. Everybody wants to jump in and play the game. So everybody was jumping on this game to play it. So you guys picked the wrong time to review it. Now you should review it. When the service is more stable now. So now I think Richard and Digital Foundry should review this. If they want to take my advice, now you should do a comparison. The PC versus this, or the Xbox versus this. I would say Xbox versus this. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. See what else we got, man. I got to read the comments. I'm not reading the comments. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. The bunch of comments and I didn't read them. Shame on me. Hold on. I got to read everybody's comment. Give me a second, guys. Did you hear about State of Play? No, I didn't, actually. Michael S. Teen, thanks. I returned the Google Ultra Chromecast and bought the premium and keep the Wasabi controller. There you go. Perfect. Superman, how you doing, brother? Kevin Henderson, if you have consoles and a PC, I don't recommend you buy into Stadia right now. That's a good point. It's a good point, Kevin. Jamie Henderson, thank you. I mean, Jamie Shepard. VCIPZ, Washington Post did a video on Stadia. It is unplayable. A lot of lag. That's true. But we have to be honest about it, VCIPZ. When they were doing it before it was launched. Okay, they did it before November 19th. They did it on November, what the hell was it? November 12th, when the embargo was lifted, and they were launching it before the service was even launched. So I don't think it's fair to judge that video, because they were doing it before the service launched. So of course there's going to be some issues and problems. Let's see what else. That's in my opinion. Let me see. Swift London says I'm good. Is it okay to get people excited here? Nah, it's fine, dude. I'm okay. I want you to be excited. I don't want you to be sad, puppy. I don't want you to be, uncomfortable. I want you to be excited. Let's see what else we got. Swift, I hope Grand Theft Auto 6 releases on Stadia. You never know. Anything's possible. Party Man, I think streaming games won't be a thing until maybe the next 50 years, to be honest. Well, I don't know. I think 2031. I'm trying to be reasonable. I think 2031, it's like my prediction. I could be wrong, but you never know. Maybe 50 years from now, you could be right too. But I'm trying to be like reasonable. I would say, looking at technology and how technology is moving forward, I would say 2031, around there somewhere. Let's see what else we got. Just to clarify, I meant as a mainstream. Yeah, that's what I mean too. I mean mainstream. My prediction is 2031. But I could be wrong about 2031. You know, I'm gonna be 51 years old or something like that. I don't know. If I even live that long. If I even live that long. You guys have to remember, a lot can happen 11 years from now. Okay, and the last thing on my mind is gonna be cloud gaming. But let's hope nothing happens. Let's hope we all live healthy and good. Let's hope cool heads prevail. But, you know, it is what it is. See what else we got. Digital Foundry earned their YouTube money by testing overpriced PC hardware. Their default viewpoint on Stadia will be negative. No money in Stadia for them. It's a good point, Zero Games, for me. That's a good point, and I definitely appreciate your point of view on that. But I really think that the Digital Foundry, they're honest and good. It's just that they made a mistake reviewing Red Dead Redemption 2 on the launch day, because the service is just launched and everybody was jumping into this game because they want to test this game. So I think that's probably what happened in UK when they were testing this. That's my opinion. But I also appreciate your point of view, man. I'm going to be 51, 2031. I'm going to be 51, 2031, man. Let's see what else we got. To be honest, Brimbrem says, to be honest, I don't want a cloud gaming. Will be a thing. I love my physical copies. Brother, I love my physical copies too, man. I wish that the physical copies never go away. No, the multiplayer is coming up on December 13th. The Rockstar Games and Google Stadia said it will be on December 13th. December 13th. That would be, what's the date? Today is the 6th, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Friday, next Friday. Friday the 13th. Is it a Friday the 13th? Jesus H. Christ. Why does that have to be Friday the 13th? Is it? 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, Friday the 13th. How dare you? How dare you, Rockstar Games? I don't want to play a multiplayer on Friday the 13th. How dare you? Jamie Shepard, I'm actually, I'm 40, but I'll be 41 on April. My birthday's on the April, so just in time for, what you call it, that game, the John Wick, Cyberpunk 2077. What else we got? Tony Brennan says, are you playing in a 60 FPS and how would you compare it? You know what? Let's do that right now. Let's let's set up a camp here and let's go to sleep. And then I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I cannot set up a camp here. That sucks. Can I set up a camp here? Oh. Okay, I'll set up a camp here. And then I'm going to sleep, wake up in the morning, and we're going to do some running, some horse riding. And I'm going to show you how 60 FPS looks on this game. Let's sleep. Noon, 8 hours. Streamlabs, xCloud, it's way better and more stable than Stadia. And xCloud, it's only beta. Yeah, but they're only testing it on a phone so far. I want to see how well it runs on the PC, you know. I want to see how it runs on the TV and stuff like that. So there's still more to be tested on the xCloud. xCloud is just the beginning. They're taking their time slowly, but I think we'll know more about the xCloud and PlayStation now. You have to remember, this year, 2020 next year, 2020 is going to be the year of cloud gaming. You're going to have PlayStation jumping into it with PlayStation Now, where you'll be able to use your phone and tablet and PC. With PC already, you can do that. Then the X Cloud's gonna allow you to use your tablet, allow you to use your PC, and they're gonna allow you to use your television. So, and then you got Google Stadia, and then you got Steam. Steam Valve also wants to jump into the cloud gaming, and then on top of Steam, you got Jeff Bezos, the big juggernaut, Godzilla, wealthy man, who wants to dominate everything. So you got Amazon jumping in onto that as well. So 2020 is going to be an interesting year. Cloud gaming and the brand new consoles, PlayStation 5, Xbox Scarlet, and there's another Xbox disc-less console that's coming out where they're going to give you an opportunity. If you don't want to spend whatever $500 on a Scarlet, you can buy something cheaper without a disc and a 4K player and just play the games digitally inside of it. And that's a cool thing that the Microsoft is doing, that they're giving you options. And having an option, it's always a cool thing. All right, let's do some running here. Let's see how well this is going to run. Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, he definitely looks great, man. Let's do some photos. Hold on. Let's do some photos here. Let's check them out. Hold on. Like this. Let's zoom in. Zoom in. A little bit closer. Closer. Hold on. Like this. Oh, it looks nice, man. So they are running. I know you can't see it if you got a bad connection, but I tested on my OLED. They are running. This is a PC version of the game. They are using the high settings. This is all high settings, man. Okay, the draw distance, the everything in there. So, you know, for Digital Foundry to say that they're running this on some lousy medium textures or something like that, it's not true. There's no medium textures here, brother. This is very high detail here that they're using. Maybe I can get a little bit closer here. Hold on. Look at these shadows. They look pretty good to me as well. Hold on. There we go. So you can see, look, you can see the deer out there in the back. So you know that they're not using some, you know, crappy rendering here. They're using a very high rendering. Obviously, this is 1080p 60. If I was doing this in a native, I mean, not a native 4K, in 1440p upscale to 4K with HDR, obviously it's going to look much, much better as well. But for Digital Foundry, I think they should have reviewed this again. They need to review this again. They need to test and analyze this again. Maybe you guys can tell them they need to reanalyze this again. Because I don't agree with their tests, what they've done. I really don't. Because I know what I'm seeing here. I know what I'm seeing. Okay, and this is not medium textures, believe me. These are not medium textures. All right. Hey, what's up, Stephen H? Where? Let me see. Here? I don't see any lag here. I don't see it, brother. Oh, you mean when I'm not in here? Here's my controller. There you go. Pop, 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 pop. There's your lag, bro. There you go. My favorite firearm is the repeater. I love the repeater. The rifle, the repeater. I love the repeater, man, because I love that. It's like a Winchester. The Winchester's the best, man. The Winchester is the gun that won the West, and also, unfortunately, this is part of the history. I know I'm American. You guys are American. You know, majority of you. The natives, they paid the price. You know, when you know that Winchester, you know, killed a lot of natives as well. And I mean, but that's a history. You know, I always tell people when we look at the American history and the natives and how we treated natives, we have to be accurate about that. You know, we took their land. You know, we pretty much took their land. You know, it is what it is. But that's the thing about history. It's uncomfortable, but it's there. You're British. Oh, okay. Well, it's the same thing. Listen, United States, it's a hybrid of United Kingdom. Thomas Jefferson was British descent. Washington was of British descent. So when you look at the United States, even when you look at Canada, this is all British descent. Look at Australia; it's all British hybrid countries. Why? Because the Great Britain Empire was all over the world. They were all over the world. And you look at South Africa; it's pretty much it's the hybrid British provinces. You know. All right, let's not talk about history, man. I don't want to get into history because it might trigger some people. You know. All right, it looks good. It looks good. But you got to remember something, guys. I am streaming this to you at 1080p 60, but at the same time, I'm also streaming their game from their server. So there's two streams happening here at once, guys. We have this, me streaming this to you, and then also streaming this game from their server. So there's two bandwidths happening here, double bandwidth at the same time. I can do this because I have that internet speed, but if I didn't have that internet speed, I wouldn't be able to do this, man. Oh, I can do that for you, bro. Here we go. What? J2 Blue. All right, brother. Here. What's up? Hold on. Here, he wants me to prove to him. All right, bro. Here. Why do you want to do this to you, J2 Blue, man? I have no reason to lie. Why would I lie, bro? Well, it's a great empire. You know, the British, the great empire. But they're not the only ones. You got French, you got, you know, Italian, you got Spanish. Look at Latin America. I mean, they're not the only one, but they did dominate, you know, majority parts of the world. But they're not the only one, obviously. There's other empires out there as well. Yeah. All right. All right, let me do what I got to do here. Let me go check the map, and let's go to John Marston. He's over here. He's over here somewhere. There we go. He's right there. Let's look at the photo here. Hold on. I want to look at the photo here. Hold on a second. Let me see. Not bad. Let's take a photo here, dude. Hold on. It looks pretty good. Let's take a photo here. Hey, what's up, mobs? How you doing, bro? What's happening? Yes, hybrid, not a language. Correct. One Tough Spectre 44. Can you do a gameplay demonstration of Shenmue 3? I'm addicted to that game. I already did one Tough Spectre. I did 2 live streams last weekend. So if you go back to last weekend and check my videos and scroll down, you're going to see 6 hours live stream of Shenmue in 4K and 1440p. It's all there. You can go check it out, man. There's a total of like 12 hours for you to watch and examine and see everything. Go check those videos. They're there, man. Now this looks better in 4K. Obviously, I mean, when you turn the 4K resolution with HDR, it looks better on the television, and you know. Well, like I said, my problem it's not the technology. I know that they can achieve this technology. My only thing right now is the games, the pricing, and the games. I want to see that. Why am I? Why am I showing you this? Why? What's wrong with me? I shouldn't be showing you that. I'm doing good. Oh, you have unlimited Swift. Yes, where's Swift? Hit it, brother. Hit it. Hit it. We are brothers now. Swift and I are brothers forever, for till the end of time. We both have no data cap, unlimited. That's how you should ride. That's how you should live. No data cap shit. You see, they can bend us over and shove it to us. Why? Because we have no data caps. They cannot shove anything to us. They can bend us over because me and Swift, we don't have any data caps. None. Nice testes. I know, man. I didn't do that intentionally. I was just like moving around, panning and scanning, and boom, I see testes. But man, the horse has the biggest one. No, it's all right, man. Don't worry about it. It's all good. You didn't know. That's why I told you. Hold on. This arrow. There you go. The other is Kojima is in talks with Konami for a new horror game. Wow. Holy crap. How I missed on that. But listen. That's a good news. You see? It's a good step. That's a good step. First step. Hold on, I gotta say something. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta say something. That is a good step. The fact that that Kojima, it's making a first step to fixing the relationship with Konami. This is going to benefit us too. If Kojima can make a relationship more stable between him and Konami, guess what? And if the game that he makes next is selling like crazy, guess what? Konami will say, Kojima, come back. Let's continue with Metal Gear. Let's make another Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid 6. Let's find out what happened to Solid Snake. Did he die? Is he still alive? Were they able to revert that virus so he can live again? What happened? What happened to Naomi? Let's continue after what happened to Guns of the Patriots. Let's move on. That's a good news. That gives me hope that we might see in the future, in a distant future, we might see another Metal Gear. And that's a great goddamn news, man. Sorry for the language. I'm really happy about this, that Kojima is making a first step to finally talk with Konami. That's a damn good news, man. All right. And from someone like me who is a fan of Kojima, I want to see that. Oh yeah, they definitely betrayed him. There's no question about that. Yeah, I hope so too, Mobs. I know how much you love Metal Gear. Me too, man. I love Metal Gear. But this is great, man. This gives me a hope that there is some, that we might see Metal Gear in the future. This is great. You know, we should be happy about this. We shouldn't be, you know, we shouldn't be negative nannies. This is a great step. And I want to see Konami and Kojima finally get together and work on Metal Gear. Let's do the Silent Hill horror, whatever type game next. And after that, let's jump onto the Metal Gear. Because I know Kojima still has a lot to talk about in Metal Gear. You know, that's his universe. That's his Star Wars. That's his baby. It means, Metal Gear means a lot to him. Whoever says that Metal Gear doesn't mean a lot to him, it's bullshit. It means everything to him. And it would be also great to see Jennifer Hale, to see David Hayter come back to do a Colonel voice. All right, this is a great news. It would be great to see that as well. So let's see what happens. Finger crossed. Finger crossed. That's right. Konami needs to team up with Google Stadia. They need to put all of these games, all of the Metal Gear games. Imagine that, if all the Metal Gear's games were on Google Stadia. That'd be crazy. Yes, Sean, this is streaming. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, it is streaming. How can I prove this? But Mr. 4K, how can you prove that this is really streaming? It's not a PC. People think it's a PC. No, no, sir. No, sirree. It's not a PC. You know how I know? Boom! That's how I know it's not a PC. And this is how I know it's not a PC. Well, there you go. Oh, really? I gotta look that video up. I gotta check it out. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of notifications, friend requests, and all that. Let me add some people here. Here we go. Jay Bizzle. All right, Jay Bizzle, man. I'm adding you as a friend. There, boom. Phantom UFC fan. I'm adding you as a friend. Same thing with the Xbox One S. Even without knowing it. I have this ability to influence people, and a lot of people told me this. A lot of people says there's something about you. You have the ability to influence people. And now, a lot of people ask me, well, why do you support? Why are you giving your support to Google Stadia? Because I think if they are successful, if they become successful, that's going to push for more new variety, of how we play our games. And that this is going to be more accessible to a lot of people. And I don't know, I just felt, how do I put this? Like, I felt like I had to support them. I don't know. It's a weird thing, man. Like this voice in my head, I don't know, it was a Phil Harrison voice in my head saying, you have to, mate. You have to support us, mate. I was like, all right, mate, supporting you. All right, so that's it. All right, let's exit this. Close the tab. Let's go. Yeah, this is real. For real. Well, I prefer this because it's more accessible right now. Stadia, it's still in testing open beta. You know, they're still testing it. It's only available on the phone, and it's 720p 60. You know, I would like to see Google. I mean, I would like to see next year xCloud do 4K. Maybe xCloud's gonna surprise us. Maybe xCloud's gonna give us a native 4K 60 with HDR, and that's gonna be a big competitor to Stadia. Maybe they're gonna do that. So I'm waiting for xCloud to show me what the Azure can do and endure. What the Azure can endure and what it can do. I want to see what their servers can do, Azure's, and I would love to see what they're gonna bring to PC and the television, to see how well it runs on the television without a console and how well it runs on the PC. Think about it. How cool is that? Now think about this. Imagine this. You buy your Samsung Q90R next year. You buy Samsung Q90R and it comes over. Stadia crashed. Ad on a live stream. The Elite, you know what? That's a good idea. That's something to think about. If they put ads on the games, you know what, man? That's a good idea. I never thought about that. Think about this. No, really, that's the Elite. That's a good point. You see, Elite got me thinking now. Think about that. I would rather have a little bit of ads on the game than to pay $60 for a game. The hell with the ads. I don't care. Let them run. I think that'd be a great option for those of us who don't want to spend money on the games. Imagine if Google Stadia does this. If they give you the option where you can have either ads run on the games and play them for free, or you can pay for a monthly subscription, or you can choose to buy games on your own. I think if they make that choice, that would work, man. That could work. That could work. That's an interesting point, man. That could work. Oh, these old PC, Bob's, these old PC versions. Like, everything you see, it's a PC. It's just modified for, the Google Stadia's hardware. But it's old PC, pretty much what you see here. The old PC games. Oh, that's wrong, John. See, that's the thing about digital Foundry, man. I just don't buy it. I don't buy their stuff. I don't buy into it, man. Let me save the game here. I want to show you something really quick. Let me save the game. I want to show you something really quick. I'm doing great, Typico. I'm doing great.
Let's enjoy ourselves. We having a party? Maybe. Just a little. Is back. And don't you worry, Miss Grimshaw.
All right, they're having a party here, so let's gather. Let's sit here. I'm gonna sit here.
And don't you worry, Mr. Pearson, you drunk old shitbag. It'll be nothing but the finest game in the pot. Now, Deadline Maguire's back.
Well, there you go, Swift. Just turn on your phone and boom, you're good to go, bro. Right in your class. They think you're studying history, but you're studying Red Dead Redemption.
Have fun. Have lots of fun.
Well, you see, they have their prejudice against Google Stadia for some reason. There's John. See what John says. John Marston, what's going on? Here, let's take a little photo here. Since everybody's gathered here, let's take a little photo. Hold on. Let's take a photo. John Marston and, oh, this is great, dude. This is perfect. There we go. This is a great photo, man. And I'm burning. I'm on fire. That's great. So let's take a photo here. Here we go. This is a great photo for old time's sake. That's it. I think it's me because I'm using two bandwidths. I'm using live stream and I'm also streaming at the same time. So I'm live streaming and streaming at the same time. Double the stream. I'm on fire. Hold on. There it is. Fire. Look at this. Sometimes my audio cut out. I know. And let's do some more photos here. Hold on. Who else we can take a photo with? Oh, this is a nice photo right here. Hold on. Let's zoom out. Zoom out a little bit. Let's use some filters. Hold on. Let's use some filters. Focus distance. I'll make it clear. Hold on. There we go. The focus distance is clear. Effects. Hold on. Where's the effects? I forget the effects. Where they are. Oh, RB. That's pretty fast. That's a good photo here too. Let's take this one as well. Thank you, Jet. Thank you, Jet, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. You know, I try to do something different, man. You know, like recently, people were asking me about my encounter with the Sasquatch, you know, and then there's been a lot of people. Here's the thing. This happened when I was in my junior year, Lake Placid High School, New York, upstate New York. It was my English class. The name of the teacher was McFadden. McFadden, I remember him, and we were split into two different groups, okay, of 4. Total of 8. I was with the one group, which is 4, and the other one was also 4. So as we were going up the trail, you know, the school bus dropped us off at this side road where this Mount Hurricane is. There's a mountain called the Hurricane, which is just, I think, 12 miles or 13 miles away from Lake Placid. And we went to this mountain in November to hike, go on a hiking expedition to climb up to the top of the summit, because when you climb up to the top of the summit, this is back in 96, November, and my junior year. And we were going hiking, and as we were going up this trail, you know, going up hiking, it was snowing, it was cold, and I was drinking a lot of soda, right? I was drinking a lot of drinks prior to going on the goddamn trip, which I shouldn't have done. And as we were going up this trail, I said to my, you know, group of 4, there was 2 chicks and 2 guys, including me. This other guy that I knew, Jordan, he was there as well, Jordan. So I said to him, I said to my group, I said, listen, guys, I just got to go down to that riverbank. I just got to go down the trail. I got to take a leak, man. I haven't taken a leak, man. I just got to go take a leak. And I told them, continue up the trail. Continue up the trail. I'll catch up with you guys. I got to take a quick leak. I cannot take a leak here right in front of these two girls. So let me go take a leak. As I was coming down, going down the hill to take a leak, well, this trail, going down to the, this trail, there was a little bit of a timber, trees and a little bit of bushes next to the timber. I went in there to take a leak. As I was taking a leak, obviously, I heard something like stones falling down or something like that. You know that echoing sound of stones when they're falling down and like branches are breaking or something? And I'm like, what the hell is this? What's going on? I thought maybe it was a snow because of so much snow, but it was falling down. And I look around like, what the fuck is this? What's going on here? I thought, my God, I hope it's not a bear. And then I make a left. I make an icon. I was like 18. I was 17 years old. I was 17 years old. I look to the left, and I see something next to the snowy bush. There was like this giant bush, man, next to this timber, next to this huge tree. And I'm looking at this, and it's moving. And I'm like, what the hell? Is that snow falling on top of it? What's going on? This is me while I'm taking, I'm taking a leak. And I'm looking at it. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And next thing I know, I swear to God, I swear to my father that's on the grave, I see something brownish and reddish moving. And I'm like, oh man, I hope this is not a bear. I was like, Jesus Christ, I hope this is not a bear. Okay? You got to remember, I have no knowledge about Sasquatch, about Bigfoot. I was 17 years old. I was chasing girls. I was chasing skirt. I was a horny bastard. I didn't care about any of this other shit. I didn't know nothing about Sasquatch, okay? So I'm looking at this bush, which is covered with snow, and it's moving. And I see something brownish, reddish moving. I was like, oh God, I hope it's not a bear. I hope it's not a fucking bear. But I'm thinking to myself, we don't have any brown bears in Adirondack area, upstate New York. We mainly have black bears. And black bears can fuck you up. They can climb up the tree. They can fuck you up. I was like, fuck, man, what is this? I hope it's not a wolf. I hope it's not something other, I don't know. And next thing I know, this figure was lifting up. As it was lifting up, I can clearly see its back as it was getting out of this bush next to this timber tree, this giant goddamn tree. I can clearly see brownish reddish giant back moving up. It was like the back was like this. It was like moving up. It was moving up and it was lifting up. I can clearly see this cone-shaped, hairy, big giant head. I can see the shoulders. I can see this giant arms. And when the fucking thing stood up, it was like a damn moose standing up. It was like, imagine a moose standing up like that, high up on 2 feet. It was like that. It was like 8 to 9 feet. It was huge. And all I remember, this all happened really quickly. All I remember is the damn thing turned around like this, looked at me with its reddish, glowy eyes, and very pale, gray, like Eskimo human face, like a purple lips, Eskimo, grayish, pale skin with a lot of brownish red hair and a cone like a big giant skull, man, like a head. And turned around, looked at me, and just started moving down the freaking riverbank. There was a riverbank down there too, next to this timber, this tree. And it was going down fucking really fast. I was frozen, dude. I don't know if I remembered to zip my pants. I think I might have remembered to zip my pants. Dude, I was so scared. My heart dropped. I couldn't catch a breath. I thought my heart's gonna blow up out of my chest. When I witnessed that, and I was 17 years old, they were looking for me. You know what I did? I didn't have the courage to go up to that trail, up to that creek and that trail, to climb up to the summit. I had to go back to the highway and wait for us to regroup and wait for the school bus to come in to pick me up. Because I was so scared, dude. Because I didn't know, what the fuck was that? Was that some guy in a suit? Well, what the fuck was this? I'm like, what is this? And I never told anybody. The teacher, McFadden, asked me, hey, what happened to you? We were looking for you. Where did you go? And I made up a lie. I told the McFadden, I told my English teacher, I said, I wasn't feeling good. I was throwing up. I was sick. Remember, we didn't have cell phones back then. This is 1996. There was no cell phones, okay? I didn't have any cell phones to contact anybody. I was just waiting to our original point where the bus will pick us up at 6 o'clock. And it gets very dark at 6 o'clock there. So I was waiting at the damn bus. So guess what? I never told anybody until like this year. I said to maybe a couple of people I told about this experience, but I never told anybody until now, this experience, because I knew if I said this, they would make a laughing stock out of me. They would make a fool out of me by talking about this. They would think this guy needs to be put in a straitjacket. This guy's head needs to be examined. And I had to lie to my teacher. I said I wasn't feeling good. I was throwing up. He was very angry at me because you're not supposed to leave. You're supposed to stick together. And he thought I was making some shit up. There was something else going on. He thought me and this other girl were doing something, funny business. That's what this teacher thought. But anyway, that was back in 1996. Upstate New York, Lake Placid High School, Mountain Hurricane. Go look it up. Hurricane Mountain. It's in there. And I don't know what that thing was. Is it a Sasquatch? Is it a different type of a Sasquatch? I don't know, dude. That was something I didn't expect to see. People need to remember a couple of things about this. I didn't care about anything else other than pussy. I was chasing pussy back in 1996. I was a horny motherfucker. So I didn't know nothing about the Bigfoot. I didn't know nothing about the Sasquatch. Sure, I knew about the bears. Sure, I knew about the wolves. Okay? But I had no idea about these beings. No fucking clue. Okay? So, believe it, don't believe it, it doesn't matter to me. I know what I saw. I know what I have seen. Okay? And this all happened really quick. Guys, you need to remember, when this thing stood up, my heart fucking dropped. My heart fucking dropped. Panic attack. I was frozen. I think it was afraid too. That's why I was running so fast. It looked at me really quick with the red glowing eyes and then took off. Okay? So, there you have it. That's my story. Whether people want to believe it or not, just like the story I told you about when I was in Croatia and I was in balcony and my parents were playing cards with their relatives and I saw this glowing thing that looked like a UFO to me. Hypnotized me, man. I couldn't hear nothing except just being focused on that red, green, orange, purple, yellow, glowing, morphing, whatever that thing was in the sky. Quarter of a mile from me. So I can only tell you what I have seen. You know, people don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. I know what I have seen. You know, and that's what I saw. What that thing is, I have no clue, man. I can't tell you what it was. I just know it was huge. It was big. And if it wanted to kill me, well, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. It could have easily dismembered me. That thing was gigantic, man. It was like a giant moose lifting up on 2 feet. It was huge. But it's not a moose. I know how the moose looks, okay? I know how the big brown grizzly bears look when they stand up on 2 feet. This was not a bear. This was humanoid. Some type of humanoid. I don't know. And it's definitely not an ape that I know of that we have. No primate of apes that I know that we have in Adirondack area. So take what you want from this, guys. But it is what it is. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. I mean, it was a very fucked up moment for me, man. After that, I really never wanted to go into the woods after that. Seriously, man. I was not, even to this day, I'm not a fan going to the woods. It's creepy as it is. Have you guys ever been to the woods, like when it gets a little bit dark? It's creepy as it is, being in the woods by itself. And then imagine seeing something like that. That's going to creep you out even more. I thought I was going to die. I was like, this is it. I'm dying. It's over. Because I couldn't catch a breath. I couldn't calm myself down. I said, I'm dying. My heart's going to go out. I'm done. That's how I felt it. And yeah, traumatized you big time. Now, there was a guy who I met. He's a hunter. He's a trapper. He lives in British Columbia. And he asked me personally, hey, man, would you have the same fear and same panic attack if you saw this thing again? I don't know. I think it would be different, guys, because I'm older now. I accept a lot of different things. I'm able to accept the fact that there's other things out there that we can't explain. There's a lot of stuff in this world we can't explain. So, of course, I'll have a fear, but I'm not going to be in a panic attack if I see this thing next time. I would maybe just, I don't know, try to be there with somebody who has a rifle, just in case, if this thing charges at me. But I think these things are intelligent. I really believe that these beings are intelligent. And this is why they're so hard to track. They're so hard to track. They're so hard to capture because they're very intelligent. And they understand the forest. They understand climbing up that hill much better than anybody else. They're the masters of that nature of the forest. They live and breathe forest. So I think that's why, even with the most experienced hunter and a trapper and a hiker, no way they'll be able to find these things. If a Bigfoot wants to present itself to you, it will present itself to you. What happened with me, I guess it was just a freak nature of accident. I had to go take a leak, and maybe he was taking a shit in the bushes. I don't know. I don't know. I cannot tell you how it smelled because I was frozen in fear. Why I was frozen in fear, it's not because I felt it poses some threat to me. It did not harm me. But seeing something that no one told you about. Your government's not telling you about these beings. No one's telling you about these beings. You have to find out on your own when you go into the woods. And this is going to happen to a lot of people when they go into the woods. They're going to see shit. Oops, no one told me about these beings, but they're here. I think government, it's not telling us, both Canadian and American government, it's not telling us about these beings. And they know a hell of a lot more about them, and they don't want to tell us for whatever reasons, in my opinion. And that's all I want to say about that. And I know this is a very deep subject, and this subject is something that some people will have a difficult time swallowing that red pill. But I can only tell you what I have experienced. And remember, I did not ask to see that thing back in 1996. In 1996, Lake Placid, New York, mountain hurricane, when I was hiking, I did not ask to see that thing. Well, actually, that's a good one, though. At least I didn't piss my pants. That's a good one. At least I didn't piss my pants. But I don't remember if I zipped my, honestly, dude, I don't remember if I zipped my zipper, man, because I think I did by not even thinking, you know. I was, man, guys, and this is back in 96. I thought I was the shit. I thought I was the most heroic guy. I thought I was the badass. That day, I felt like a bitch. That thing, whatever that being was, could have fucked me in the ass, and there's nothing I could have done about it. I mean, really. I was, automatically I was his bitch. But thank God that he ran, whatever that thing was. You guys, I mean, guys, it was, man, how do I explain this? Panic attack, you can't breathe. Your heart drops. It sucks. It sucks. Okay? And I hope this doesn't happen to you, but I guarantee you, you will have panic attack the first time. You will be afraid. That's just natural. Now, I don't know if these beings are aggressive or what they're going to do. And that's another fear. You don't know what they are and what they can do. But if you ever encounter these things, I guarantee you, you're going to have a panic attack. You're going to have a hard time breathing. It's going to suck. It's going to suck badly, and your ego will be stripped down. You're going to feel like a little bitch. I don't care if you're Brock Lesnar himself, you're going to shit your pants. You're going to have a panic attack seeing one of those things. All right, so let's move on. Well, Superman, that could be true. Superman, that could be true because they're very intelligent. From what I have researched, people are saying that they are, look, someone's calling me already, Jesus Christ. They're very intelligent. They're very intelligent beings. And even Todd Standing, who took the photo of them in British Columbia, you guys need to go check out Todd Standing. He actually was able to follow them and be respectful to them. And they let him take the photos. They knew he was there, but I guess he was respectful. He was treating them with respect, and he was able to take the video footage of them. One of them was a little bit brownish, reddish, and the other one was dark hair, black. The one I saw was like a human face, like an Eskimo face, man. Pale, grayish, red glowing eyes, purple lip, and like a very brownish cone head. Very furry, man. It was very furry, like a lot of hair. Like a lot of hair, dude. Is it? Ah, shit. Hold on. I think it's the Google. Google doesn't like this talk. Sorry about that, guys. Google doesn't like this talk. And the only reason I'm mentioning this, it's because a lot of people have asked me about this.
In our time, they've discovered a way to talk down to speak to people you want to
Is the stream coming back? Hold on. Uh-oh. I think stream is breaking out. No. Ah, shit. Oh, no. Hold on. No, it's me, man. You know what it is, man? They don't like this talk, Hold on. All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Thank you, Zero Games. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mahmed72 Fazli. Mahmad. Mohammed72 Faz. Hold on. Mohammed72 Fazli. Mohammed72 Fazli. Fazli Mohammed. I want to get it right, man. Now, I always want to get people's name right. Mohammed72 Fazli. I love you too, brother. That's it. Mohammed, love you, Mohammed. Thank you, Daniel. How you doing, Daniel, man? What's happening? Let's talk to John Marston. Thank you. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. The only reason I mentioned this is because
You what? Okay, thank you, Miss Grimshaw.
the only reason I mentioned this is because a lot of people have asked me about this, and that's the only reason I mentioned it. You know, and thank you. Let's do this. Look, guys, I just want to say one more thing before we continue. In my years, in my age, everything I've been through, the war in Bosnia, traveling all over Europe, traveling here in the United States, even a little bit in Canada. One thing I have realized is that there's so much in this world that we will never understand. And that's okay. Maybe we're not supposed to understand everything. Maybe we're just supposed to take the leap of faith, and respect the nature. I think the best we can do is just respect the universe and respect the nature. And let's remember, we don't have a control over it. We don't control nothing. Okay? And we shouldn't beat ourselves on the chest that we own this planet. We don't own nothing. We don't own this planet. We're just being allowed to be here. Okay? So that's the way you should look at it. You know, I keep an open mind on everything. Nothing will shock me anymore. And I think, guys, if you burst out of that bubble, and if you think and you have this open mind thinking that, hey, nothing should shock you. If you see a ghost tonight, accept it, respect it, talk to it, let it know that you don't mean no harm, you just want to be left alone. If you do that, I think whatever it is that you encounter, if you show respect, it will show respect too. Okay? I think we just have to respect the fact that we're here and it is what it is. And we got to move on. But we'll never know the truth. We'll never know exactly everything. It's just not going to be possible. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Come on.
What do you want?
Uncle told me something about a train.
What did
Yes,
you say?
you do.
Mary Beth overheard something about a train full of Welsh folk going down through Scarlet Meadows just south of the state border.
Yes.
Need help with it?
I ain't even sure about doing it.
Come on. At night, not too guarded, it's perfect.
I thought it through. Stopping the train, pain in the ass.
Sure. But what if we could force a train to stop?
Well, of course.
We get a wagon full of something flammable, oil. Put it on the tracks. They see it. They know they either have to stop or die. Ain't no train driver wants to be cooked alive.
That is kind of brilliant. For you. That is a real idea. I think that's the first time you ever had one of them.
Shut up.
You might
True, yes, and that's
be the
true.
first bastard to ever have half his brains eaten by a wolf and end up more intelligent.
So we're doing it?
Yeah, we're gonna need ammunition, guns, real frightening, and some dynamite to open up the train.
I'll get the supplies. Gotta head in town for Abigail anyway. Don't even ask. You go find us an oil wagon.
Yeah, I know just the place. They're always heading into that refinery.
There's an old rundown shack just over the border, north of a place called Dewberry Creek. Leave it hidden somewhere near there.
All right, let's go grab that oil wagon. There's an oil wagon over here. Let's go pick it up. That's true. There's so much we don't know. And the best thing to do is just leave it alone and respect it. You know, they're all saying respect the nature. And that's what you should do when you go into the woods. You need to respect the fact that, hey, you're at the mercy of the nature here, and there's things out there that can eat you, bunch of predators. So you have to respect that fact. And one thing I want to say, guys, if you're going to go into the woods, for the love of God, do yourself a favor. Don't ever go into the woods alone, especially if you don't have any experience. Go with someone who has experience, who's a hunter, long-time trapper, somebody who has experience, somebody who understands the area, the terrain, the mountains, the trails, the river banks, all of that, you know, the creeks. Go with someone who has experience. You don't ever want to go into the woods alone. A lot of people get missing when they go into the woods alone, and then they get found later on by other hunters, either to get eaten by grizzly bears or wolves or something else. So never go into the woods alone. Go with someone who has experience. There's nothing chicken shit about that. Nothing chicken shit about that. It's just common sense. You want to go into the woods with someone who has experience. Bottom line. Where's my horse? Come on, horse! Horse! Where's the damn horse? Let's go. It's mine? Is this mine? Oh, where's mine? I don't know what the hell happened to my horse. Wait, this is not my horse. No, it's not my horse. It's not my horse. This is my horse.
How are you?
Let's go. Ashes to ashes, I heard pretty good rumor from a lot of people whom I associate myself with who support Google Stadia. They told me that they're going to do that next year. They're going to let you use 4K and HDR on your Chrome browser. So if you have a 4K monitor and HDR, you'll be able to utilize 4K and HDR. Even if your monitor doesn't support 4K, you still will be able to compress 4K in a high bitrate. So you're still going to have that option. That's what I heard. That's coming next year. And remember, next year, you're not going to have to buy the Google Stadia in order for you to join. You'll be able to join Google Stadia without any purchase of Pro Controller and Chromecast Ultra. That's going to be optional. So that's going to happen next year. But when next year, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, Jet, man, you're absolutely right about that. This is a conversation I had with my friend, God, what's his name? Jesus Christ. Patrick. I was talking to Patrick about this. You know, there's so much we don't know, and even my friend Richmond, I told him there's so much we don't know, and it's just, it doesn't do you any good. It really, it gives you a headache. It doesn't, because you just hit a dead end. You think you figured it out, and you're like, but what about this? But what about that? Every time you think you figured something out, you get reminded that you hit the brick wall, and you're like, oops, that doesn't work. That doesn't make any sense. So there's, like you said, Jet, there's nothing there. We'll never know. I don't think we'll ever know. There's so much that we don't know, and it's impossible. We'll just have to accept the fact that there's other beings here besides humans. There's other entities. There's other things. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way I look at it. You know. Brandon7? No, I'm definitely going to check him out. I'll remember that name, Brandon7. I know one guy called Steve. He's in Britain. I'll definitely check him out. I'll definitely check him out in his podcast. Oh, Metro Exodus. You know what? I need to try Metro Exodus on Stadia, probably maybe next week. I want to see how well it looks on. Someone told me it looks pretty good on Metro Exodus. Looks pretty good on Stadia. That's what I heard. I mean, when your internet is working, here's the thing. When the internet is working good, you're going to enjoy Google Stadia. That's for sure. When it works well, you will enjoy it. But when it doesn't work, then it becomes an issue. But I mean, clearly, I think everybody can see that they are running this game at the very high settings. Obviously, this is at the very high settings. The textures are very high, the shadows. So you know that, they're not running this game at medium settings or low settings. You can tell, obviously, that the game is run at the high settings. I would say high, not maxed out ultra. I would say high settings at 60 FPS, which is pretty darn good. That you can play Red Dead Redemption at 60 FPS. That's pretty cool. You know. Oh, him, Westside Tech. Oh, that's a long story, man. I made a video about it. You can go watch the video. There's a video where I made 20-minute long back in 2017, where I made a video where I clearly explained what happened between me and him. Go watch that video. Go search and watch that video. Everything's explained. Run! Run, Forrest! Let's go. Hold on. Oh, shit. Run! God damn it. Damn it! Let's take a screenshot of this. Hold on. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, this is going to be good. Hold on. There we go, that's better. That was good. Yes, actually, I'm going to do another coffee vlog. I'm going to talk about the Bigfoot a little bit more. I'll probably do it maybe Monday. I'll talk about it on Monday. I'll do another vlog on Monday, and I'll talk more about this in detail. I'll talk about the Bigfoot and some other subjects, you know, regarding some stuff that you guys might want to think about, you know, or delve into.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I love as a matter of fact, I'm drinking my coffee too. Well, you know, me and him used to be friends, you know what I mean? Me and Westside Tech, we used to be friends. We used to talk to each other all the time, you know, and he's got a lot of knowledge regarding speakers. He showed me how to cross-wire the speakers. He also showed me some other techniques when it comes to home theater. And he knows his skills when it comes to the home theater, when it comes to audio, building the subwoofers, amplifiers in the car. He knows that stuff really well. The problem that happened between me and him, he started telling me what to do, you know, start telling me how I should run my channel, what I should do. And I told him, hey man, you know, it's my channel. I appreciate you giving me some advice, but I don't need you to tell me what I should do on my channel. It was being very pushy, and I gave the guy like 3 chances. I gave him 3 chances. I told him, listen, man, this is my channel. I'm going to do the things the way I want to do things. I'm the owner of the channel. I make decisions. But he started being too pushy, you know, and then he started saying all kinds of things about me, talking about me, my feet, my physical appearance. He just went to the low level, the low end. I could have gone to the low end too. I could have called him names. I could have called him a flat slob. I could have done all kinds of different things. But I didn't do that. I didn't stoop myself to his level. Just like I'm not stooping myself to the guy hiding behind the mask level. Even though I know his real name, I know who he is. So I don't dance to their tunes. But the sad thing about me and him is we were friends. We used to be friends, but he chose to go the other route. He chose to go to this other route with his ego. He has an ego problem. I think that's his issue. He has ego, and I know a lot of guys like that. I had friends, many friends like that, who have a huge ego, and their ego is their worst enemy. Because they think that their shit doesn't stink. And that's the same situation with him. He thinks that his shit doesn't stink. And everybody else is wrong. And he's right. First he needs to apologize to me. First he needs to, you know, he needs to make a first move. He needs to make an apologies to me and apologize for what he did. All the shit he talked about me. That's the first step. That's the first step he needs to make. And then we'll take it from there. He knows what he's got to do. He knows what he's got to do. Same thing goes with Dirty Sprite. Dirty Sprite knows what he's got to do. And if they are having a difficult time, if they can admit to what they did was wrong, then that's it. There's nothing there to talk about. You know, you got to make a first step. You know, you have to make a first step. You have to acknowledge, hey, I'm sorry, you know, I shouldn't talk this trash about you. I should have been pushy. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. That's the first step that a person needs to do in order for me to even have a sit down and talk, you know. If you can't even do that, I'm not going to waste my time sitting down with you and talking to you or flying to Los Angeles to see you. You gotta make a first step. And if you can't make that first step, then what's there to talk about? You're not backing down. You still have your own ego. So the first step, he knows what he's got to do. Same thing goes with the guy hiding behind the mask. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Deadpool. And of course, out of all the people, Dirty Sprite knows what he has to do. Okay, but I gave Dirty Sprite a chance to admit to me about the stuff he was saying behind my back. But he still can't admit to that. Why? Because of ego. Some people have ego issues. They can't stoop themselves to that level to admit. And that's fine by me. Hey, you know, if you have that kind of a problem with ego where you can't even admit you did something wrong, well then, have a nice life. That's it. Which game runs the best on Stadia so far? I would say Destiny 2. Destiny 2, it's a blazing lightning speed. Destiny 2, Shadowkeep is the best, man. So Destiny 2 runs super smooth. I mean, look, guys, I can't make people change. I can only give them an advice, but I can't change people. You know, they are who they are. They choose to be who they choose to be. Okay, I am who I am. The difference between me and others is when I screw up, I'll be the first one to admit that I screwed up. I have no issue apologizing for something that I did that was wrong. I've done that many times in the past. But I'm not going to apologize. But I'm not going to apologize for something that definitely is not my fault. You know, I'm not gonna go to that level. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Life moves on, man. I can't be worried about that stuff. It is what it is. Ouch, did I get killed? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Damn it, I should have used my repeater. I should have used the rifle. And this goes not just for my friends, this goes for my ex-girlfriends, you know. The girls whom I used to date, whom I used to know, it's the same thing, you know. They can admit, they can be honest, and I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't care if you're number 10, number whatever. If you can't be honest, then I don't want to be with you. You know, I don't want to be nowhere near you. Your dishonesty and the way you treat people, I don't like that. I can't even have sex with you because you don't attract me anymore. The way you treat people, the way you act like a bitch, the way you talk about others, I don't like that. I don't want to be associate myself with you. You know, so it goes for everything in life, guys. You know, respect. It's a two-way street, not a one-way street, guys. But first comes with the honesty and trust. If you are honest with me, listen, man, I'll go out of my way to help you. I'll go out of my way to help you if you're being honest and I can trust you. But if I see a tiny little bit of distrust and shadiness, guess what? I'm not going to go out of my way to help you. Okay? So the trust is the key ingredients that's missing in today's society. The trust and honesty. We don't have that anymore. That's long gone before. That's buried somewhere. Who knows? Who God knows where? Maybe at the bottom of the sea where Jimmy Hoffa's body is. I don't know. I heard someone told me that Jimmy Hoffa's body, it's in the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. That's what I heard. You guys seen The Irishman? Well, I heard different stories. I heard stories from very credible people that Jimmy Hoffa's body, it's in the bottom of the ocean. That's where it is. So this trust, it's buried. There's no more honesty. There's no more trust. There's just survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest. Everyone is out for themselves. It's like this game. It's like Red Dead Redemption. What is the one sad tragedy about Arthur Morgan here? He trusted his posse. He trusted his outlaws. He trusted, Dutch and everybody, and Micah. And what did he find out at the end of the game? That you can't trust anyone. Everybody's out for themselves. And that's what we have right now in today's society. Everybody's out for themselves. Everybody's pretending to be something else on the Facebook and Twitter, But in real life, they're just there to screw you over, to take your money, to rat on you so they can take care of themselves and look after themselves only, and their pockets and their interest. And that couldn't be more truer than what I just told you. I'm only here to tell you the truth, guys. I'm not interested in bullshit. I'm past that. I'm 41 years old. I'll be 41 years old next year. I'm past the bullshit, living bullshit. I'm past that. I heard you paint the houses. Yeah. Now can you paint the house at the bottom of the ocean? Can you? Yeah. Don't ever get involved in that life either, man, okay? Forget the gangs. Forget the mobsters. Nothing glorifying about that. That's a short-lived life. Just try to live an honest life. Be grateful with what you have. Try to respect as much as you can respect others. And try to live a decent life, man. That's all you can do. I don't know what else to tell you. Forget about the fame. Forget about the power. Forget about the money. You know, there's an old quote. Oh, God, what's his name? Someone told me this. When I used to work at this restaurant in New York called the Jimmy's 21, there was a guy, what's his name? Fuck, I can't remember his name. Anyway, I can't remember his name, but anyway, he told me he owned the restaurant. His name was not Jimmy's. Jimmy's was the other guy that run the restaurant called Jimmy's 21. And he said to me, because we were talking, and he asked me, what would you like to do with your life? And I said, man, I would like to, you know, be successful. I would love to be a movie star. I would like to have money. I would like to be like super famous. You know what he said to me? He said to me, the way you live your life, we make a choice. We can be all successful and have enemies, or we can be all unsuccessful and have friends. That's the choice we make. That's the life we choose. And I think that's true. You know, the success can sometimes take a shot at you. You'll make a lot of enemies because people will be jealous that you are famous, and they're not. They're going to be jealous that you have a big house, and they don't. That's just a human nature. So we can all be successful and have enemies, or we can be all unsuccessful and have friends. Well, there you go. Oh yeah, Tony the Tits. They call him Tony the Tits only because he was overweight. He was 400 pounds. He owned the restaurant, Jimmy's 21 on the main street, and that's what he said to me. And he was not Italian. He was Albanian, but he had a lot of Italians who actually, whom he worked with. A lot of Italians who he worked with, but he was Albanian. But anyway, there you have it. It is what it is, guys. How am I going to get these... Oh, there it is, right there. Let's go back to the game. I have a strange... Listen, guys, I really have a strange life, man. In my 40 years, that war in Bosnia, what happened to my father, I mean, everything. I have a very interesting life. And I really don't like talk about it too much because I have some good memories about my life, but also have a lot of shitty memories in my life. You know, a lot of struggle. A lot of bad things. So my life, it's like, it's a mixture of everything, a little bit of everything, you know. And but I guess you learn something, you know. You learn something. As you growing up, you're learning about life. You're learning about what not to do, how to treat people, how to interact. You know, you learn about many different things. You learn about how to read people. When you're sitting in a room somewhere, you're looking at that guy and how is he reading you. You're looking at this guy and how is he reading you and how you are reading him. You know, you learn about these different things as you grow older, you know. And like I said, my life is like an adventure. living in Europe, going through Bosnian War, 92, 95, living in Germany, going all the way to Amsterdam, then coming here to United States, Canada. So I was exposed to a lot of different people. I met a lot of different people, all kinds of people, but I never associated myself with them too much. I never got into their business. I just respected them. They respected me, and we moved along. And I learned a lot from them. I took a lot of good advices from them, you know. Maybe that's why I'm still breathing, because I learned something. All right, let's steal this thing. Let's do it. Life is your teacher. Listen, guys, life is your teacher. There's no school that's going to teach you. Listen, no one's going to teach you about life. Life is your best teacher. And that's from whom you're going to learn, from life. But you're going to have to fail. You're going to have to go through some very tough times in order to understand what life is teaching you, you know. And hopefully you learn something from that. Hopefully you learn, you know, because if you don't learn, man, you roadkill, a roadkill. As they're, you know, their old saying, a roadkill. That's it. You're stuck on a highway, a roadkill, long forgotten. So your best tool is learn, use your brain, use your head. This is the most important thing. This right here, if you're using this right here properly, you're going to survive. You're going to be okay, but you got to use this thing. Strip down your ego. Strip down your cockiness. That shit won't get you nowhere. This will help you if you use this properly. Yeah. You know, everything I've been through my life, I never asked for it. You know, a lot of people say, well, I never asked to have to go through that war. I never asked to travel around the world. I never asked to be here, to be there, to meet all these different characters, these different people. I never asked for any of that. I never asked to see that Sasquatch, but I did. I never asked to see that glowing, you know, UFO, but I did see it. There's a lot of stuff I've seen. I don't know why, but I've seen it. And I learned something from every and each one of those experiences. I learned. And I think that's what life is. It's the experience. You know, you gotta take it in as a boot camp. You learn from it. Yes, I live in South Florida, not far from Miami. I'm like maybe 12 miles from Miami. Like North Miami, I'm North Miami, I'm like not that far. Cornwall. We got a Cornwall. And look at this, man. It runs pretty good, right? You know, a lot of people forget that I'm playing this on the cloud. You know, like I have to do this just to remind everybody that I'm. Hold on a second. There we go. How many friends did I make? Let me see how many friends. Oh, I got a lot of friends, man. That's cool. I thought about doing a party chat. Can we do a party chat? Can we start a party? I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear them. Let me see. We should do a party chat one of these days. You guys should join me. I used to be a Miami Heat fan, but ever since, you know, ever since LeBron left, I don't know, I just felt like, I felt that ever since he went to Cleveland, I felt that they're never going to make that third championship. And I was really hoping for Miami Heat to get 3 championships, but they only got 2. So Am I a Miami Heat fan right now? Not really. I'm really now into the ones and only, the Warriors. I'm into the Warriors right now. Are you a Lakers fan? Yeah, but you know what? I think LeBron should have stayed in Miami. Honestly, I think when he finished with the Cleveland, he should have come back to Miami, Miami Heat. I think that's what he should have done. But I also heard the reason LeBron went to Lakers, of course, they gave him a lot of money. They offered him a lot of money, obviously. But I also heard it's a different reason. It wasn't just the money. I heard that the reason James LeBron went to Los Angeles, it's because of his kids. The kids want to live up in California. They want to live in California and they want to be there. They want to be in California. So this is like a dream come true for them to live there. So that's what I heard. I heard it's because of his kids. That's why he moved to Los Angeles. Lakers. That's what I heard from some very reliable people, man. Who used to drive him, his limo, who used to drive LeBron, like very credible people who used to drive him. They would have this conversation as to why you're moving to LA. And that's what I heard from some of them. Because I know a lot of these drivers who drive Dwayne Johnson, who drive, what's his name, McGregor, and all the other celebrities. I met a lot of these limo drivers in Miami who drive even Henry Cavill and take him to the airport, bring him back. Who, you know, I met a lot of these guys, and they would tell me sometimes the reasoning behind this, behind that.
Yep.
Can I get a $5 holla? Yes, of course. $5 holla coming right up. Also, as you can see over here, there's a bright white lever. Hold on. We got to do this proper. Here, hold on a second. Here we go. Wait a minute. Here we go. This is going to be good. Wait. Hold on. Here we go. There's a proper bright white lever. My name is Theo Cornwall. Here, as you can see on the top right corner, there is a peak bright lever. Now, this peak bright lever, it is too much. The exposure, it's not a real HDR. This is a standard HDR. The container, it's standard dynamic range. Also, now, if we push the exposure to a little bit higher, it's going to look much better. Oh my God. Can you use a PlayStation controller? Yes, you can. You can use a PlayStation controller with it. Yes, you can. Oh, what did I do? Did I? Oh, I hit the sign. Oh shit. Hey, Dark Carnage, man. Good to see you too, bro. How you doing? Happy weekends. Yes, it's Friday. Hopefully everyone's having a safe, good Friday. Hopefully no issues, no problems. Okay. I hope everybody's having a good Friday. It depends on the panel. With a Samsung, I think you're gonna get much better performance because Samsung, it's really designed for gaming in mind. You know, it's probably the best, in my opinion, the best gaming television. I can't think of any other television that's better in terms of performance than Samsung. They really have designed that TV to take the advantage of the low latency and the 120 hertz variable refresh rate, and of course the game mode, which utilizes the best possible lowest input lag. So yeah, I would say Samsung, 100% Samsung. Hold on. So we're supposed to put this here? All right, here we go. Definitely Samsung. Here we go. You're welcome. No, not that I know of. Yes, there is. I'm sorry, Ryan. There's hold on a second. There's only one game that I know of that works really well with the Dolby Vision, and that's unfortunately Mass Effect Andromeda. But you gotta have a PC. You know what? I need to, since you know what, man. That's a good question, because I do have a PC, and I do have EA access. I really thought about connecting my PC to my OLED E8 and booting up the Mass Effect Andromeda, because I really want to see how well Dolby Vision looks on the OLED. You know, I should do that, man. I should definitely check it out to see how well it looks. But there's only one game I believe is just Mass Effect Andromeda. That's as far as I know. It's only on PC. How sad is that? Only one game. It's on PC. Mass Effect Andromeda in Dolby Vision. I think they still support Dolby Vision. I don't know. I think they do. I hope they do. Hold on. Looks pretty good, man. He looks good. Doesn't look too blurry. I mean, this doesn't look blurry to me at all, man. It looks very detailed, in my opinion. Where's my horse? My horse is too far. I gotta say something. Rockstar has to be, when you look at Grand Theft Auto 5, when you look at this game, the Rockstar has to be, they gotta be the best, man. They have to be the best. In my opinion. This is my opinion, please, guys. This doesn't mean shit. My opinion doesn't mean shit. It's my opinion. But to me, personally, I gotta say, man, Rockstar never disappoint me. Rockstar games have never disappointed me. I want to take a photo here. By the way, you can only do this on a PC version. PC version gives you this ability to do this. You know. Looks nice, man. I want to take a good photo. This is a good photo, man. I'm going to take this photo right now. I'm going to take it right now. Oh, this is a good photo too. I like this. This is great, right? This is pretty good. I like this. Ryan Bartlett says, is there any TVs with that can use the 12-bit color depth option for Xbox One X? No. Every single one of those panels, it's 10-bit, designed with 10-bit color. So, I mean, you can compress it. You can compress that 12-bit, but compressing a 12-bit into a 10-bit, it's really not gonna do anything in terms of in quality. As a matter of fact, the colors might even look a little bit out of place. It might look a little bit washed out because remember, your panel, it's not encoded for 10-bit. It's a YUV 422 and 420. It's meant to be 10-bit. Just like sRGB, it's meant to be 8-bit. So you have YUV 422, so therefore you should only stick with a 10-bit color. Remember, you got to use a proper ingredients that it's required for that TV, you know. When 12-bit comes out, that's going to be pretty revolutionary, man. I think you guys will be blown away when the 12-bit televisions comes out with some ridiculous resolution. I think 11 years from now, we are going to be blown away how photorealistic everything's going to look. And we're going to be blown away by how much we're going to see on the panel. Actually, what you're going to see on the TV panel 11 years from now, it's better than what you are seeing with your own 2 retina eyes. Like, that's the kind of level of detail that they're going to be producing 11 years from now. Oh, also, I forgot. Vizio, I heard a rumor. Vizio is jumping on the OLED. So Vizio is going to start making OLED panels. So keep an eye on the Vizio next year. I think there might be affordable. I think Vizio probably will be something within the range. And I think Vizio OLED, well, you know what? I don't want to talk about Vizio OLED because I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know, is the OLED going to be that good? Is it going to be cheap? I'm going to have to wait and see with Vizio and Vizio and OLED, because this is just what I have heard, a rumor that they're working on it. So we'll see. My horsey is gone. My horsey is gone. Can't find my horse. Horsey! Don't leave me! Wilson! Wilson! Why you leave me, Wilson? Why? Wilson's too far away. I'm gonna set up a camp here. I'm gonna eat something, and I'm gonna wake up in the morning, and then I'm gonna head back. All right, let me set up a camp here. Wait. Oh, I cannot set up a camp here. Oh, that sucks. No, Wilson. It's not bad. Q70R, it's not bad. It's kind of similar to KS8000 and KS9500. The curved version. Well, it's not curved, but it's like similar to like edge-lit. It's a edge-lit panel. There's no local dimming, full array local dimmings on there. It's just edge-lit. So it has a nice peak brightness. It has a color gamut, wide color gamut with a peak brightness, but you're still gonna have that edge-lit. Q70R, it's something I would buy if I was looking for something in an extra room, or maybe to put something in the bedroom. It's still a good TV. Listen, just because it's edge-lit doesn't mean it's a garbage TV. It's still a great TV. It's just you'll have a far better deal with Q8. Oh my God, my horsey! My horsey's too far away. Let me see how far my horse is. Oh my God. Oh my God. So far away. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Lord. No, not the social club. I don't want the social club. Run! All right, why don't you relax? Relax. Sit down a little bit. Kick back, relax, set up a camp. Set up a camp and sleep it off till the morning, brother. There we go. That's it. Eat something and then wake up in the morning. Wake up in the morning. Got some fish. Oh, there you go. Take it. All right, that's good enough. Sleep. Morning, 9 hours. You got plenty of stamina. You'll be good. You can feel good. But I gotta tell you something, Ryan. Ryan, I'm glad you mentioned that. I was playing this game on Samsung Q8FN. I gotta tell you, as much as I love OLED, and I love OLED, you know, I have no issues with the OLED. But I have to tell you, at the moment, at some specific scenery in this game, when you are watching it on a Samsung QLED with a much higher peak brightness, the HDR really pops, man, on that Samsung Q8F, and especially playing this game in HDR, it looks, I realize just how much more everything is redefined and how much better it looks when it's in HDR with a 1500 peak brightness nits instead of 900 peak brightness nits. You know, having that extra 600 nits of peak brightness definitely helps HDR, because we all know HDR thrives on peak brightness. And when you have Q90R that has 2000 nits peak brightness, having that many nits of peak brightness, that lumens brightness, you're definitely going to appreciate high dynamic range, big time. There's no question about that. Especially with the color accuracy of DCI-P3 that Q90R has, and the local dimming. Q90R, if you guys are looking to buy a good 4K HDR television, I would say 65-inch Samsung Q90R, perfect for gaming, perfect for 4K HDR movies, perfect for Disney Plus, perfect for Netflix. You will not be disappointed with a Q90R, 55-inch or 65-inch, either or. I think Q90R Samsung. Hold on, I want to see something really quick. I want to take another photo here. I want to take a photo. Here we go. That's a great photo right here. Hold on. Right here. There you go. Say that's perfect. Take it right here. All right, let's go. Let's giddy up. Hold on, first I gotta tear down the camp. My horse. I left my horse. My horse. It's way up on the other side. I left the horse. That looks beautiful. They have to be running this game at the high settings, at 60 FPS. They have to be running this at the high settings at the data center at the Google. Because I can't think of them running this at the medium settings. I really can't. Definitely high settings. Let's go ahead now. Let's continue. So I don't want to go there. They're waiting for me over there. Let me check my map. I'm drinking coffee. Actually, it's the on it Alpha Brain. On it Alpha Brain. So I need to go straight right over here. Straight and then right. You got to be very careful not to be seen. I cannot be seen. I'm wanted by the outlaw. No, I'm wanted by the law. I'm the outlaw, God damn it. I'm wanted by the law. By the law. Damn the law. I'm running from the law. I'm the real law. I'm the real law. I the outlaw. I got my horsey. Let's go. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Run. Run from the outlaw. The damn outlaws. That's it. How you doing, Steven, man? How was your Saturday? I know it's a difference of time over there. You know what? 0 games for me. I was talking about that on my previous video. Like, it is beyond me. Why? It is beyond me why that game, it's not part of the Pro. That should have been part of the Pro immediately. I mean, I just don't get it. Like, it's an exclusive game for Google Stadia. You have an exclusive game for Google Stadia, but you won't give it to your members who are paying $10 a month. I would like an answer. Please, anybody from Google, I want an answer. I want, write me a letter, I don't care, send me some kind of memo. I would like to know, please, what's the reason why? Why do we have to pay $30 for it? Why is it not included? It should have been included from day one. I just don't get that. Daniel, not yet. The online won't be ready for Stadia till December 13th, Friday the 13th, next Friday. It's going to be available next Friday. Not right now, but next Friday. Not really, man. That's the beauty of it. You really don't need any expensive equipment. You just need a stable internet. You know, a stable Wi-Fi, stable internet, and you're good to go. Now, it is recommended that you have a pretty good CPU. Now, the reason I say you got to have a pretty good CPU because you're going to be streaming this, and then you'll have other applications running in the background. So it's a good idea to have a pretty good CPU. Like i5 processor, 7th generation will help. But the beauty of this is you just need internet. You just need internet. You don't need really even your Intel card, graphics card that's built into your motherboard will get the job done. You just need internet, man. This whole thing here is just about the internet. Oh, you good. You got iMac 2011 i5 processor. Do you good, bro? You're more than good. You're good. You're good to go. You're good to roll. Oh, you're good, Ryan. With 300 megabits download and 32 Mbps upload. Oh, you can easily do 4K HDR. You good, man. With the Chromecast Ultra, you can easily do 4K HDR. You can easily do 1080p 60 like I'm doing right now. You're good. That's fine. 512 megabit video, that's fine. For browser, that's fine, dude. Because remember, all the heavy rendering, all the heavy lifts will be done by data center. Data center will do all that heavy lifting. The only thing that they require of you is the internet. And of course, semi-decent computer, nothing too crazy. But yeah, you don't need... listen, yesterday, I hooked up my Lenovo Yoga, which I forgot to do a video. Yesterday, I hooked up my Lenovo Yoga 13-inch Ultrabook touchscreen, and I was playing this game on the Ultrabook Lenovo Yoga. You know, Ultrabook tab. What do you want to call it? Tablet laptop / tablet laptop computer. And I had just the i5 processor on there. You know, it was an 8th generation i5 processor, but still, it ran pretty awesome, dude. And no issues, no problem. I got to talk to John Marston. John Marston, where are you hiding? Come on, John Marston. Where did you go? Come on. Come on. Come on. No. The way it works, basically, it's all you have to do is run everything from your app. You download the app. It runs from your phone, and on your phone, you click on the app, and on the app, you go ahead and type in your code that was sent to you by Google Store. And you type in that code, and you sync in that code with your Google account that you're going to be using with Stadia. Once you sync in that code with your Google account, then pretty much on your browser, no matter which computer or device you're using, you just type in Stadia, and Google will automatically remember your account and is going to remember that you have Google Stadia subscription and that you own Google Stadia. So it's going to automatically know what your games are. Another thing you're going to need is a Google Home app. The reason you're going to need a Google Home app is because the only way for you to activate Chromecast Ultra is through a Google Home app. You have to have two apps. You have to have a Google Stadia app and Chromecast Ultra device, obviously, and a Home app. So Google Home app and Stadia app. So two apps. Stadia app and Google Home app. Those two apps you're going to need. And you're pretty much set to go after that. Now, you can purchase games. You have the ability now to purchase games directly from the browser. You can go ahead and purchase games directly from a browser. For example, I can exit the game, and I can go ahead and I can go to the store, and I can purchase the games from here. So I can go to the browser. I can go directly to the browser and do everything from the browser, you know. And I can go back to the game that I was playing, go back and Boom, just like that. No, you cannot do that, Daniel. No, that you cannot. I wish you could. You can't do that, but that's why you have xCloud. Hey, Jackknife, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. How you been? Yeah, you have to pay if you want to play 4K and HDR. You have to pay $10 a month. And I was complaining about that on my previous video. I was complaining about it because I felt that I think they're asking too much just for us to be able to play in 4K and HDR. And they don't include that many games. There's only 4 games available right now. And I'm surprised that they haven't included Darksiders in there. I'm shocked that they haven't included The Guild, which is the exclusive Google Stadia game. There's a lot of stuff missing right now for $10 a month. You know, I understand this is the beginning. They just opened the service, so I'm giving them till April to see what they're gonna achieve. But currently, right now, they need more games on the Pro subscription for $10 a month. I would say they definitely need more games.
Did you understand, Morgan?
Is Stadia good? It's good when it works. Look at that. Look at that rainbow. It's good when it works. You know, when it works, it looks great. But it will really depend on your internet, guys. You know, the key factor here is going to be your internet. You know, how well is your internet? Because if your internet is not that good, then you're going to have a very low bitrate quality, and you're not going to enjoy this game, obviously. You have oh, you're good, man. With 350 megabit download, and the what would you say your upload was 23 or 32? No, you're good with 350, man. You're good. You should be able to achieve 4K HDR in no problems, you know. Let me adjust the focus distance. Let me look at the effects. I'm looking at the different effects, see what they have. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Looks good. Oh, that's being drunk. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's totally drunk. Yeah, it looks very nice, man. Oh, that's expensive. That's how much you guys are paying in Quebec, in Montreal? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Forget it, man. It's not worth it, man. I'm sorry, Martin, but that's too much. They're asking too much, man. I would wait I would wait till next year, see what they're gonna do next year. But right now, I mean, that's too much, bro. That you're just paying too much for that. Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to The Last of Us 2, but Cyberpunk, it's what I'm really excited for, man. Cyberpunk is the one game I'm really looking forward to. I want to see Cyberpunk. That's what I'm really kind of like excited about. It's the Cyberpunk. Look at that rainbow, man. Hold on. That looks nice. We'll take a photo here of this rainbow, dude. A wishful thinking rainbow. That looks nice. We'll take a photo here. I think Death Stranding for sure. It's gonna be Death Stranding.
John.
Get on.
Good. You?
Got everything we need.
Good. I think we need another man. Charles?
I'll go get him. Meet us at the wagon when we can.
Sure.
See you, Arthur. Ain't that dumb.
Next time, let the wolves eat all your brain. Then you'll be a genius.
How can I be sure if I'm getting a 60 FPS? Well, that's because I can see my stream and I can see at what frames per second it's streaming. I know that it's streaming at the 60 FPS, and you can also look at your YouTube. You'll see it's a 60 FPS. So I know I'm getting a 60 FPS. You know. I mean, I'm not worried. I'm like, I know they can do 60 FPS, especially at 1080p. I know that they have very. I'm not. Here's the thing, guys. I know that they have very powerful computers in their data centers. I know they can achieve some high fidelity. They can achieve some high frame rates. I'm not questioning Google about that. Like I said, I'm not questioning Google about their technical aspect. They have money. They can build the best data centers in the world, the best PCs and GPUs and CPUs in the world. They can have them custom made. I'm not worried about that. I know they can achieve that. I'm not worried about the graphics. This has nothing to do with the graphics when it comes to Google. They can do whatever they want to do from the data center. They can give you the most photorealistic game ever. The problem is obviously the internet infrastructure. Not everybody has that high internet with no data cap. They have to work on that. The internet infrastructure is something that needs to be worked on. And of course, the games. You know, you got to give people some value for that $10 a month. You know, why are you forcing people to buy games? You should give them more games available in Pro subscription for $10 a month. Look at PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now for $10 a month, you get 700 games in comparison to here. Now, granted, this service just started. I get that. It's only about 2.5, 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks old, so I don't expect, to have truckload of stuff implemented right now. And that's why I said on that previous video, I want to give Google Stadia till April, 5 months to see what they're going to do, like in terms of games. Because right now they really need games. They need variety, they need more games, and they need more affordable pricing. Like Darksiders. Darksiders is $30 right now on Google Stadia. You can go to the Steam and get it for $29 and save $10 and play from your PC. So there's a lot of stuff here that I feel Google has opportunity to work on. Google has opportunity to work with developers, but it feels as if they're not really putting much effort to work with developers to fix these prices, to shave down these prices, and to implement more games in pro subscription. They need to really work on that, in my opinion. Oh, Halo Infinite? Oh, yeah. But the most anticipated game to me personally is, of course, Cyberpunk. You guys know how I feel about Cyberpunk 2077. I'm really looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077. And of course, the second most anticipated is The Last of Us Chapter 2. But the third one, it's Halo Infinite, and my special interest is Flight Simulator 2020, because I'm a huge Flight Simulator fan, so I can't wait to play some Flight Simulator on my computer.
You know,
Let's go. Let's go. Wait, are we gonna talk to somebody else? Hold on. I forgot to talk to somebody else. Wait. Do I talk to Annabelle? Or Micah? Wait, Micah's gonna come with us?
Hi, Arthur. Come here a minute.
what is it?
Can I ask you a favor?
Probably not.
Very funny. Would you do something with Jack? He seems kind of down. All this upheaval can't have been easy on the poor kid.
Why? Because I'm your preferred nursemaid?
Because he likes you. Well, you know his father's useless.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, there you go, Woozy Tube. You're good with 300 Mbps. You shouldn't have any issues, man. I'll put this mouse down. There we go. I don't know why is he limping. Did he hurt himself? Hold on. What's going on with you, Arthur? All right. Oh, there's Jack. There he is. He wants to go fishing.
What you up to?
Playing,
Anything fun?
I guess.
You want to come fishing with me?
Fishing?
Sure. You're... It's about time that you started to earn your keep.
Okay.
Good. Let's go get your pole then. Now, you do have a fishing pole, don't you?
I sure do. Uncle Jose made me one.
Good. Well, let's go get it then. Go catch us some fish.
Yeah.
Come on. Well, 720p is not bad for 32-inch. It's still good. You know. Better than nothing. Come on. Come on. We go fishing.
All right. Let's go then.
So, where are we going?
Just down to the river near here. You shouldn't go too far from camp.
Oh, okay.
You feeling better? Know you was a little sick.
Oh, I'm fine.
You're a brave kid.
So, just like you.
Well, I don't know about brave. I ain't much of a kid no more. Well, your mom might disagree. Her and a few other women, I guess.
What do you mean?
I'm just talking silly. Been a tough few weeks up in that snow.
I like the snow.
Yes, but not like that.
When are we going back to the other camp?
The one near Blackwater?
Yeah.
Well, we're not. This is our spot. For now, anyway. Why?
I forgot a storybook there. We left so quick.
I'm sure someone can get you another storybook.
Really? When?
We'll see. Got fish to catch first. Rabbits are out. Yeah.
Right fast, Uncle Arthur.
All right. All right. This looks as good a spot as any.
Oh, he took a shit, bro. Oh my god. The horse just took a poop.
Down by the shore. Come on, follow me.
Just by the water there? You mean? You show me where, Uncle Arthur.
Right over here.
Are you waiting for something?
There we go. What are you doing? Not the knife.
First, we need some bait.
There we go.
I'm gonna use
Get some bait, some cheese.
better even better. Now, cast your line. Swing the rod back over your shoulder and bring it forward in a smooth motion. Use your wrist, not your elbow.
Are you bored of fishing already?
There you go.
Like that?
That's it. Good. All we do now, Jack, is wait for a fish to take the bait.
How do I know when I got a bite?
Well, if you feel the tip of your fishing rod just twitching, don't yank it yet. That just means one's nibbling. If you feel a hard tug, that's a fish going for the bait, so yank hard to hook it.
Something's tugging at your rod, Uncle Arthur.
Think I got one.
Is it a big one?
See if I'm
There you go.
Jack? That's when you gotta be careful. You'll break the line. Best to wear him out first before you try to reel him in. Now seems like he's taking a rest now. I'm gonna try reeling him in nice and steady.
This is a great fishing spot.
Don't jinx it, kid.
There we go.
Look, Jack, it's a bluegill. It's almost as small as you. We should really throw these smaller ones back. Give them a chance to grow up a bit.
Can I take a break from fishing? I want to make something.
Okay.
gonna pick some of those red flowers. I'll be right back.
Let's try again.
Have you guys ever done fishing in this game? Like prior to finishing the game? Here we go. I got something. Nope.
You gotta stick at things, Jack.
I know.
Ignore that.
Come on, come on. Damn it!
Born as hell. But then, something happened. You can get food for days.
Really?
If you're lucky. But until then, you just sit, wait, try not to worry.
Let's do it again. Here we go.
Is it good for you?
I guess. What are you making
Here we go.
there?
You'll see. It's a surprise.
Come on, come on.
You still alright over there?
I'm fine.
Just want to catch one more. Then we'll call it a day.
Hey, look at this.
And what?
This necklace I made.
Necklace?
For Mama.
Sure.
What a fine young man. And in such complex circumstances. Arthur, isn't it? Arthur Morgan?
Who are you?
Yes. Arthur Morgan. Vanderlyn's most trusted associate. You've read the files. Typical case. Orphan street kid seduced by that maniac silver tongue and matures into a degenerate murderer. Agent Milton. Agent Ross. Pinkerton Detective Agency, seconded to the United States government. Nice to finally meet. You know a lot about you.
Do you?
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan. $5,000 for your head alone.
$5,000 for me? Can I turn myself in?
We want Vanderlyn.
Old Dutch. I haven't seen him for months.
That's so. Because I heard a guy fitting his description robbed a train belonging to Leviticus Cornwall up near Granite Pass.
Oh, ain't that a little old-fashioned nowadays?
Apparently not. Listen. This is my offer, Mr. Morgan. Bring in Vanderlyn. You have my word, you won't swing.
Oh, I ain't gonna swing anyways, Agent
Milton.
You see, I haven't done anything wrong, aside from not playing the games to your rules.
Spare me the philosophy lesson. I've already heard it from Mac Calendar.
Mac Calendar.
He was pretty shot up by the time I got to him. So really, it was more of a mercy killing. Slow, but merciful.
You enjoy being a rich man's toy, dear?
I enjoy society, flaws and all. You people venerate savagery, and you will die. Savagely, all of you.
Oh, we're all gonna die, Agent.
Some of us sooner than others. Good day, Mr. Morgan.
Goodbye.
Enjoy your fishing, kid, while you still can.
Who are they?
No one to worry about. No one at all. Come on. Let's pick up your things and get home. It's getting late, Jack. Your mother'll be worried. Let's head back.
Such a great character, man, Art Morgan. And you know what? I really want to know more about him. And I hope that they do a prequel on Arthur Morgan's life. Like his childhood, growing up, how he got into the Outlaws, stuff like that. I would really love to see that on the next Red Dead Redemption 3. Yeah. Let's go.
Why did you lie about where Uncle Dutch is?
Because, well, because those are disagreeable men.
Oh yeah, I agree,
I don't
Billy.
want them to hurt her.
What did they mean about Mac? Is he in jail?
No, I don't think so. I hope he's just found where he is. Like I said, don't worry about them. The world is full of disagreeable men. That's why you got all of us to protect you. Folk like them. Now, how about that necklace you made? You still got it, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Good. Did you like fishing?
It was okay, I think. It's a lot of waiting around.
It is.
Not to mention how beautiful this game is, man. I mean, the fact that it's open world, it's truly a masterpiece. Look at everything that's going on. The birds up in the sky, the forest, everything. It's just like a living, breathing world, man. And this is why Rockstar is truly a master of sandbox open world games and storytelling as well. You know.
There you are. How you boys getting on?
Great! We caught a fish and I made you this necklace.
Ain't that pretty? Not the luckiest. Did you thank Uncle Arthur?
No need. We had a good time.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just met some folk. I gotta go speak Dutch.
Okay.
Hey, you did real fine, kid.
Thanks.
We got a problem. What? I just met some guys out near the river. A fella named, Milton, and, I don't remember the other fella's name. Ross. Milton and Ross. And they are employees of the Pinkerton Detective Agency. And they know about the training. They know what you followed back here. No, they know we're near. And they want you, Dutch. They offered me my freedom in exchange. They did.
Why didn't you take it?
Very funny. Well, what do we do now?
I would have taken it. I would have
That's
turned him in. Dutch.
Just yet. You're just trying to scare us into doing something stupid. We have turned corner. We survived them mountains. We just need to stay calm.
Oh, there's an echo? Sorry about that. Is there echo now?
Come on, Jack. Read for me a little.
Good work, Arthur. So you saw Pinkerton, did you?
Saw, met, got the full message.
What did you think?
I think we're in real trouble, but the only way out is forward.
I know. That Blackwater business seems to have finished us.
We gotta get something to eat, Arthur.
Sure.
Hello.
When I was in Valentine, nosing about, I think I found something interesting.
What's that, Tilly?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. Something about the doctor's office. There's something funny going on there. Saw a bunch of nasty boys going in and none of them coming out.
Thank you. Maybe I'll go take a look. Anything else?
No, just that.
Well, keep it looking.
Will do. Hi, Mr. Pearson.
What did you say to me? Well, I didn't do it. I heard that. I heard everything you said. I was sleeping, you lunatic. Don't make me angry.
That's strange. What about now? Can you hear me now? Let me see what's going on. That's strange. That's strange. What about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? But goddamn. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Morgen, guten Morgen. All right, let's go talk to John Marston. Where's my horse? I'm going to change my clothes, man. I got to shave. I got to change my clothes. I got to change everything. I got to do it. There we go. Go like that. We'll leave that. That's good. I like that. Yes, I heard about a bunch of games coming to Google Stadia. I heard about something with Ubisoft. They're saying that the Ubisoft will be releasing a bunch of games on Google Stadia. So that's kind of awesome. And I think one of their first games will be, well, along with the Assassin's Creed, which is already included, will be Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I would love to see Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I would love to see The Crew 2. I would love to see Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I want to see that. And so there's a bunch of stuff coming out from what I have heard. And also something about the Electronic Arts. You're right. They were mentioning something about the Electronic Arts having Jedi Fallen Order be there. I would love to see FIFA. You know, I would love to see a bunch of sports games. I would love to see FIFA here. I would love to see Madden here. I would love to see a bunch of other games here on Google Stadia. But I would love to see them be a part of Google Stadia Pro subscription. And that's one of my things is I think the more games you put in the Pro subscription, the more you're going to have, the more people you're going to have signing up and joining in when they see how many games you're getting with a Pro subscription. My only caveat right now is the fact that they didn't include the Guild. The Guild, which is the exclusive game to Google Stadia, it is not included with Pro subscription. And it's really strange that a game that it's especially made and exclusively made for Google Stadia, it's not part of Pro subscription, which is really interesting to me. Well, you can use Google Assistant. You can use a Google Assistant. You can check on things like when you are doing a team party chat. You can start a party chat, like on the Xbox and PlayStation. You can start a party chat, and you can go ahead and talk to the other people as you're playing. And while you're playing, you can use a Google controller and use Google Assistant. And let's say you want to know something about a certain developer, or you want to know something about a certain game, you can actually use the Google Assistant to let you know about that information. And then at the same time, you can have a party chat. And that's what you can do right now. But in the future, I think they're going to implement live streaming with YouTube, where you can have other YouTubers join you. And they can, from what I have heard, the plan is to have other YouTubers play your game or participate playing your game, and you can play their game while you're live streaming. There's many different implementations they're trying to implement here. You can take a screenshot, you can record a gameplay, and you can see it on your app, on your phone, on your Stadia app. You can check it on your Stadia app. So there's tons of stuff you can do right now at the moment. And party chat's pretty cool. It works great. Works with any headset, any microphone headset. Works fine. You just plug it into your controller and you're good to go. Shadow PC cloud gaming service. No, I haven't. Are you talking about the You're not talking about NVIDIA, right? You're not talking about NVIDIA streaming. Shadow PC Cloud Gaming Service. I'm going to check it out. As a matter of fact, man, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to see that too. I didn't even know that exists, honestly. I'm going to definitely check it out. Hold on a second. I got something going on over here. Hold on a second. Oh, the French company, Shadow. I'll check it out for sure, man. I'm going to see how it is and how it looks. Definitely going to check it out. I think we're going to see a bunch of streaming services soon. We'll see Amazon. We'll see Steam. And, of course, Xbox is already doing it. PlayStation now has been doing it. Google's doing it. And I think we'll see a bunch of gaming streaming services this year, next year, 2020, I think. I gotta change my clothes. Hold on. I knew I forgot something. There we go. No, I have no any hair pomade. I cannot give it to you, Uncle. This looks good. Oh. Well, this is good. I'll go with this. I need a better hat. Well, this is a good hat. Stalker's hat. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Wait, I didn't change my hat. Hold on, I forgot my hat. There we go. Good to go. Looking good, fella. Where's the horse? I'll definitely check that out, man, for sure. Thank you for letting me know about that. Shadow PC, cloud gaming. Shadow PC. I'll definitely look into that, man. I can look into it right now, Shadow PC. I can check it out right now. That's interesting. Shadow PC. Let's go look it up right now. Shadow PC streaming. Well, let's see. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Transform your device into a gaming PC. Shadow PC. 64K UHD. They got Grand Theft Auto. They got a bunch of stuff. Community wall. Start playing now. Enjoy a high-end computer. Nice. Cool. Looks interesting. I kept forgetting I wasn't on a local PC. Cool. I'll definitely look into this, man.
For saving my life. The liquor is not my friend, Mr. Morgan. It really isn't. I make such a fool of myself. Don't worry about it. You're a fine man. Now, mine, on the other hand, really is.
Interesting. Let me see. Tech specs. Pretty interesting stuff, man. Yeah, I'll have to look more into this, though. Interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely look into it, man. This looks interesting. I'll have to give this a try. Shadow works with any gaming equipment to take your experience to a pro level, whether it's the headset, keyboard, mouse. Cool. I'm surprised not many people were talking about this. That's interesting. Let me see what they say on the Twitter. Wow, it has a 4K with the ray tracing. Wow. Infinite's a good one. Infinite has the Titan RTX with ray tracing, 32 gigabytes. Damn. I'll have to look into this, man. Now you got me thinking. I'm gonna definitely check this out. Thank you, Cloud Stadia Cloud Gaming, man. I appreciate that. I'll definitely gonna look into this, man. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Sorry about that, guys. I was just looking into it. You know. Oh, the next year they're gonna expand it to a RTX with ray tracing. Holy shit. So this year they're only doing a hold on. So this year they're doing Ultra, which is but still pretty good. The Ultra is still pretty good. You're still getting 4K with ray tracing. And you're getting the RTX 2080 with 4 gigahertz, 4 cores. It's still pretty good, man. This is still pretty good. I mean, you gotta remember, RTX 2080 is pretty darn good. You know. But the question is, what kind of games they have? You know, that's what I want to know. Like, what type of games they got? Let me go to their YouTube channel. I want to see what they've got.
Salut, c'est Victor.
Alright, I'm going to dig into it. I'm going to check it out for sure. Really cool. That's awesome. So basically you're using their computers to play your games from. So you don't need to have a high-end PC. You can pretty much just use their PC and play all these games from their computer, the one that you're subscribed to. That's pretty cool, man. Damn. That is pretty cool. Ah, that's pretty awesome. So all your existing games that you have, you can bump them up with 2080, RTX 2080. That's pretty cool. And next year, you said next year they're going to do Titan RTX. Holy crap, Titan RTX. Now you're going to be... Imagine playing what you call it, a what's the name of the game? Cyberpunk. Imagine playing Cyberpunk 2077 with Titan RTX. Well, that's pretty good to it, man. Pretty cool. And it's only like 12 bucks, man. That's for 12 bucks a month. That's not bad, dude. That's pretty cool, man. And you can access all your games. You know what I mean? And I got a bunch of PC games. I got tons of games to try out to see how well it runs. Especially with the RTX 2080 on your television, you know. Pretty cool. Alright guys, well I gotta get going. It's been 3 hours and 17 minutes. I got some stuff I have to take care of. I wasn't even planning on streaming this long, 3 hours. But you know, we talked about a bunch of stuff. We talked about the Bigfoot, talked about UFO, and then you know, you learn something new every day. You know, like I just find out about this, and I didn't know that until he told me. Stadia Cloud Gamer. Look, here's the thing, guys. I mean, what I'm seeing here, I'm really seeing exactly what I was seeing, what I said before in a video that I made prior to the one that I made. 11 years from now, there's no question about it, guys. If right now you are able to play your games from a cloud service somewhere else, to rent their computer, and play all your games at the high-end specs. So what makes you think 11 years from now Sony and Microsoft, PlayStation and Xbox, they won't do the same? They're going to say, why should we invest money into building a new console when we can just stream all our exclusive games from our data center, and we can build the most powerful and upgrade our data centers with the most powerful GPUs and CPUs. So think about that. And I think that's where it's headed, man. I really think that's where this is going. That's where the future is going. And you have to remember, I'm a big physical media guy. I grew up playing Spectrum ZX, Commodore 64. I love physical media. I love to own games. But we have to look at the future the way it is. We have to adapt to the new technology. We have to adapt to the new way of playing video games. Just like we adapt to Netflix, instead of walking to the video store, we're going to adapt to this as well. And I think this is coming, whether we like it or not. And I think Stadia Cloud Gamer will agree with me on that. This is coming whether we like it or not. It's going to happen one way or the other. So it really doesn't matter how we feel about it, honestly. It's going to happen. And everyone even said it. Everyone even says it. All the big YouTubers even say it. They say, I don't like this, but it's going to eventually happen. So there you have that. You know. Exactly. So you rent your own PC, and you can upgrade next year to RTX Titan. I think with the RTX 2080, man, you're good. Just with the 2080 RTX, I think you're good. And then you look at a Titan, man. Oh my God, it's just overkill. All right, well, thank you. Listen, thank you, Stadia Cloud Gamer. Thank you, William, for being here. Yes, they will have achievements on Google Stadia. This is just the beginning. And also remember something, guys. Google Stadia will be able to do this as well, because they can always upgrade their data center, which I think they will do that. They will have a much better CPUs, much better GPUs. They're going to run multi-cores. They'll be able to upgrade their data centers. You know what I mean? This is something people need to remember. When you buy a console, you get what you get. That's it. That's what you have inside is what you have inside. With a data center, they can always upgrade. They can always put the new GPU. They can always put the new CPU. They can always upgrade. And they can always give you the best possible experience. So if you want to play, let's say, Cyberpunk 2077, you want to experience Cyberpunk 2077, its best abilities, well, you can either go with a Stadia, or you can go with your own computer, but you're going to cash out a lot of money, or you can go with a Shadow PC Gaming, which is a French company, I think in France. You can rent RTX Titan and enjoy that game in its best possible abilities. And that's good. I see here's what I was saying, and thank you for bringing this up, Stadia Cloud Gamer. Thank you, Zero Games, as well. Thank you for bringing this up, because I think this is an important thing to remember. It's good to have variety. It's good to have options. I always said to people, I like variety. I like to be able to choose. That was always my shtick in life. I like to be able to choose. I can play this here. I can play this there. I can play this how I want to. I can watch this how I want to. I can listen to this how I want to. I like flexibility, and I like choice, freedom of choice. And I think this is a great time to be alive, because we really have a lot of choice right now. You really have a choice on how you want to watch movies, how you want to listen to the music, how you want to play the games. You have so many choices. In today's world, in today's gaming society and entertainment society, with technology that's evolving so quickly, so fast, you have a choice on how you experience everything. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing that we have a choice. It's a good thing that we're not being forced to just go with one way. It's a good thing that there's no monopoly. I don't like monopoly. I hate monopoly. And that's why I hope that no one ever becomes big enough to be a monopoly. Okay, competition's great, but I don't like monopoly. And I think this is what it's all about. Having the choice. Having the variety to choose from on how you want to experience something. Thank you, Stadia Cloud Gamer. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being here, for joining me, for watching this, and thank you for listening to my story. You know, the Sasquatch story back in '96 in upstate New York. And thank you all for being open-minded. You know, I know it's a difficult subject to talk about to a lot of people, but I know what I have seen. I know what I have experienced. I always tell people I know what I've seen. I know what I've experienced on that. I'll talk more about that on my coffee vlog on Monday. I did kind of inject it here a little bit, but I'll talk more about it on the coffee vlog on Monday. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be another stream. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to surprise you. I like to surprise. I don't want to tell you. It's better if you don't know, and then I just surprise you. There will be a stream tomorrow, but I will surprise you. It will be something different. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Stadia Cloud Gamer. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody that showed up. So many of you came in, man. Genius Button, thank you. Stephen H., always a pleasure. Oren. Who else we got? Zero Games for me. Thank you for being here. Zero Games. Retro Force, thank you for being here. The Elite, thank you for being here. Woozy Tube. Martin, always a pleasure for you to... my neighbor, my Canadian neighbor, Montreal, thank you, Martin, for being here. Love Canada. Love Canada, man. Thank you for being here. Ryan, thank you, Ryan. Bartlett, for being here. Jackknife, always a pleasure, Jackknife, for having you. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Zero Games, for me. Thank you, Superman. Thank you, The Mobs. Thank you, Swift, for being here. Thank you, Ashes to Ashes. And my God, so many of you came in. Thank you, Mamad Fazli. Thank you. John, thank you, John. Thank you, Kevin Henderson. Thank you, Kevin, for being here. Jet Capybara, thank you for being here. Damien Estrada, thank you for being here. Who else we got? I mentioned Swift, Sean Diamond, John Cullen. Thank you. Thank you, One Tough Spectre 44. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Vampiric Dark Dragon. Thank you, J2B. Thank you all, man. Appreciate it. I always like to do this before I end the stream. I like to mention everybody because I don't want to leave no one behind. Means I need to appreciate every single one of you who came in to be here and watch the stream. So I have to show my appreciation by mentioning you and mentioning every single person that was here. That's how I roll. That's how I do it. That's me showing my respect to you, letting you know that I appreciate you being here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all. Stay positive. Be good. And I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. See ya.